What's going on, guys? This is Chillis FM here. Today I wanted to showcase a team that I've been having a lot of fun with using two bug types, and I've actually gone on a 5-game win streak on this and several 4 out of 5s, so really happy with it. It uses Scolipede, Heracross, and Alolan Golem. So none of these are really high rated on PvPoke. But I think just if you look into the moves and look into the coverage options, you can really build good teams without having necessarily the most meta Pokemon. So with this first match, I do go up against a Escavalier. That is very bad for my team. Really, Heracross is my only good counter for a Escavalier at this point, and if I switch to him early on, then they're just going to switch away. So I kind of have to take the L on Scolipede. But then I'm able to switch to Heracross, farm down, and get a lot of energy that I'm able to throw at this Gyarados. At that point, I can switch to my Alolan Golem, and they switch to their own Alolan Golem. Interesting enough, you don't see a whole lot of these, and they fired very quickly, so I knew it wasn't anything too dangerous. It was just a Rock Blast, did a little bit of damage, had a little bit of lag in my video here, but I was able to turn around and throw my Rock Blast, followed by a Wild Charge to try to get him completely out. Unfortunately, he didn't. That's not a big problem. Able to turn around and farm down with Heracross. So now it's just Heracross versus this very low health Gyarados, and I'm able to just farm down from there. After this, I have a little bit of problems with matchmaking. I'm sure we've all experienced this. By the way, I don't know why there were these white boxes over our names, but anyway, get into the next match. Alolan Muck, again, not a good matchup for Scolipede. I was trying to farm up some energy and then swap, but I missed the swap, miscounted his moves. Went ahead and took the hit, was able to switch to Heracross, and he brings out his Swampert. I go ahead and take one Hydro Cannon, knowing that I can get to 2 of my punches, 2 close combats. But then I realized, well, hey, his little mud shots aren't doing any kind of damage on me. I can go ahead and get to a 3rd close combat and guarantee that I get switch advantage right here. That's what I do. I actually underfarm just by 1 and still able to get to that final close combat before he's able to get to another Hydro Cannon. After that, they bring out Snorlax. Of course, Heracross would have been the best counter for Snorlax, but that's okay. I went ahead and switched to Alolan Golem, and he brings back out his Alolan Muck, interesting enough, which I'm able to take care of no problem since we got both shields off of him. Now, with Snorlax, I do have to be very careful because he could have Earthquake and he could have Superpower, and he's guaranteed to have one of them. Earthquake takes a while to get to, luckily. So I was able to get both of my Wild Charges off and just get him out of here. Moving on into the 3rd match. Let's see, who is the lead on the 3rd match? I think I was verifying some audio on my stream at that point. I apologize for the little bit of delay here. Up against Baba X. Venusaur. Venusaur is the best lead that you could possibly see. I always build up to Sludge Bomb when I see a Venusaur, but I only throw the X Scissor. You're guaranteed to get a shield on the first one, just about guaranteed. And then I still normally just throw another X Scissor, see if I can get that second shield off of them. If I do, great. If not, it still does a good chunk of damage, and another X Scissor will kill them at that point. I did make a mistake here. I should have just gone up to Sludge Bomb. But I threw the X Scissor. It's okay. I'm still able to farm him down after using this shield, and I'll have plenty of energy on my Scolipede for whatever he brings out next. So in comes a Swampert. I go ahead and throw my Sludge Bomb. It does decent damage on him, and he uses his energy to get me out of here. So not a problem with me whatsoever. Obviously, a Alolan Golem would be very weak to Swampert, so we go ahead and switch to Heracross. Build up, and we just throw this close combat at it, does massive damage. And finally in the back he has Dragonite. Very, very good for me. All I have to do is get to one Stone Edge and he'll be out of here. That's going to be a GG's. There we are, 3-game win streak. Very happy with how things are looking at this time. Going into the 4th game, Scolipede versus Charizard. Another very hard counter for my lead. But, you know, not something I'm going to really worry about. Both Scolipede and Heracross are very, very weak to Charizard. So I know I can't switch right here. If I switch to Alolan Golem and he switches out, then, you know, the game's over. He's won. So I go ahead and let him kill my Scolipede. I bring in Alolan Golem. I'm basically able just to farm him down. Unfortunately, he does get to his 2nd charge attack here. Another Dragon Claw. Nothing to worry about too much. But now I have tons and tons of energy for whatever comes next. It is Executor. I'm able to bait with a Wild Charge and then throw Stone Edge, which will do massive neutral damage to him, especially since he is Shadow. Finally, it's Shadow Lapras. I really should have just gone ahead and thrown Close Combat. It would have KO'd him since he was Shadow. But I knew I had that shield, so I kind of over-farmed and let him throw his attack at me. And that's the GG's. So 4 down, 1 to go. Now notice 3 of these 4 have been terrible leads, with the other one being Venusaur. And lucky for us, we get another Venusaur to go up against. But that's what I really like about this team. Even if you have a terrible lead, a lot of times Scolipede will still get a shield off of them. And there's ways you can recover because the other 2's attacks are just so strong, especially that Wild Charge and Close Combat. If you're able to throw it and then switch out after taking the defense hit, they're very, very good, very aggressive Pokemon. So again, same strategy with this Venusaur. Able to get him pretty low. He does shield the final X-Scissor, so he's out of shields at this point. So I'm able to just kind of go freely. I throw the X-Scissor at Machamp. Probably should have just gone Sludge Bomb or just switched out. Not a big deal. He does throw a Cross Chop. I had to respect what the Rock Slide would have done. But then again, just another Cross Chop. Not a big deal. And finally it's Empoleon, so that's going to be easy GG's. Again, if you enjoy this content, if you want to see more interesting teams like this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. This is Chillis FM, and you have a wonderful day.